This painting depicts a row of houses and the ocean in the rain just as they enter the Oiso-juku. The distance from Hiratsuka-juku to Oiso-juku was only less than 3 kilometers, a distance that could be quickly reached by any traveler with the leg strength of the time. After passing Hanamizu Bridge, continue on, and at the Kewaizaka traffic light, the road splits off from Route 1 and goes up a small path on the right. As soon as you enter the path, you will see the well of Tora Gozen, which is the origin of the name Kewaizaka, make-up slope. Entering the Kewaizaka slope, beautiful pine trees line the street, and at the top of the slope, passing under the railroad tracks, is the Edo Mitsuka of Oiso-juku, where Hiroshige seems to have painted a rainy scene of this area. The Tokaido then merges with Route 1, and after passing in front of Oiso Station, it makes a sharp right turn around a kamabako store and passes through a traffic light at Shijitatsu-sawa. Shijitatsu-in is on the left of this traffic light. Further up the hill, around Oiso Junior High School, the road splits in two and a row of magnificent pine trees appears. The Tokaido, as one might expect, is the main road that runs through this area. First, please take a look at a few of Hiroshige's paintings here. The scene of softly pouring rain seems somewhat dark and sad, but it is related to an anecdote about the Soga brothers. Hiroshige depicted the brothers' life story in 30 paintings as Soga Monogatari Zoo. Please see some of them in Ukiyoe of the Utagawa group. The story begins with a dispute between Kudo Suketsune and the grandfather of the Soga brothers over the territory of Izu. During this conflict, the father of the Soga brothers was killed by Kudo Suketsune. His wife remarried with their 2 young children to Soga Tsukanobu of Sagami province. 4 years later, at the age of 9 and 7, the elder brother and younger brother made a firm vow to one day avenge Kudo Suketsune. Meanwhile, Tora, the daughter of the chief of Oiso, who was naturally beautiful and clever, fell in love at the age of 17 with 20-year-old Soga Jurosu Kenri, the older brother of the Soga brothers, who wanted to avenge their father's death. 2 years later, the brothers successfully defeated their father's avenger, Kudo Suketsune, during a hunt organized by Minamoto no Yoritomo at the foot of Mount Fuji. Juro, however, was immediately cut down and killed on the spot. Hearing this, the disappointed Tora then became a monk in Hakone, visited temples all over the country to pay his respects, and returned to Oiso to offer his respects to his brothers until his death. In the Edo period, this Soga brothers' revenge story was well known to the public through kabuki and koden, and became a revenge story that everyone knew. The subtitle of the story, Tora's Rain, refers to the rain that falls on May 28 of the lunar calendar, the day the avenging action is to be carried out, and is said to be the tears that Soga Juro's lover, Tora Gozen, shed in grief over Jurosu Kenri's death, and has become a summer term in haiku. Here again, please take a look at Hiroshige's painting. The travelers, who are following the seasonal term for the Juku, enter the Juku at Oiso in the May rain, passing in front of the signpost stake and wooden board at the inn's boundary. Somewhat sadly, without seeing anyone's face, 2 people with Chinese umbrellas, 2 people in straw hats and Japanese traditional cake-carrying sticks, a guest riding a Kirajiri-uma horse, and even the stable boy pulling the horse are all rounding their backs. The white light on the sea surface to the left adds to the sadness of the scene. The mountain on the right is Mount Kora, and at the foot of the mountain was the Hermitage where Tora mourned for his brother until her death. It seems that Hiroshige intentionally painted the horse in the lower right corner to evoke the kimono and saddle that Tora received as a memento from Jurosu Kenri. The reissue edition depicts a traveler looking out to sea from Shijidatsu-sawa's Seijiyo Hermitage, famous for its haiku, and a haiku poet explaining the view to the traveler. This is a heike dojo located down the seaside from the signal of Shijidatsu-sawa, called Shijitatsu-in from the poem Seijiyo composed, and still exists in Oiso. Shijitatsu-in is one of the 3 major heike learning centers in Japan, along with Rakushisha in Kyoto and Mumaion in Otsu. The Gasho edition depicts samurai retainers returning from falconry walking along a row of pine trees on the Tokaido. Beyond the sea is the Izu Peninsula. The poem edited depicts the Oiso Harbor, Sagami Bay, and the mountains of the Izu Peninsula over the rows of houses in Oiso from a high vantage point. From the angle, Oshima could be seen, but the Izu Peninsula may be a bit impossible to see. Hokusai's Gajo Santsuji also depicted the Tora Gozen stone in Oiso. This stone is located at the entrance of Yundaiji Temple. It is said to have grown in size as Tora grew up and took the place of an arrow fired by Kudo Suketsune, protecting the Soga brothers. There is also a legend that says, a good man will be lifted up and a bad man will not be lifted up. I have actually been here. This area is where the Oiso-juku began. Although the rows of pine trees are falling down by the sea wind, it is a quiet residential area. The atmosphere of the Tokaido as we imagine it today is still here. Here is a Google Maps street view of the same location. From above, the Tokaido in orange is included there. The surrounding area is lined with houses without gaps. Oiso was the seat of the Sagami government in the Nara period. After the Meiji period, Oiso became popular as a vacation resort, and there are still many places where famous celebrities such as Shigenobu Okumura and Shigeru Yoshida used to live. The Tokaido continues along the coast, going up and down like the Hakone Ekiden, and heads for Odawara-juku.